So, hello. I'm just chilling here for a few minutes, enjoying another beautiful evening in Nebraska. This is the Merritt Reservoir in Nebraska. Nebraska. State park, I think, of some sort. Reservoir, because there is a dam and a lake, and you can see my scoop. I'm here for multiple reasons, but this is the first semi-permanent stop, or temporary stop. Semi-permanent is not the right way to refer to it. I'm here. I originally booked it for a week. I booked a second week because once I got here, I realized I really liked it. It is northern Nebraska, and perhaps most importantly for my purposes, it is a Bortle 1 sky, which is as dark as it gets, and it's been not disappointing. I do have some neighbors, as you can maybe hear. Not too many. This place is pretty awesome, actually. I hesitate to use the word perfect. There are bugs. There's flies flying around me right now. One of the reasons I'm sitting out here right now is that it's been warm. It was cooler the first part of the week. This is Thursday, and I got here on Sunday night. It was actually cold Sunday. I turned the heat on in the trailer, and but as the week progressed, it was a little bit cooler today. Yesterday it was almost 100. It was like 96 degrees. Today it was only like 80, 83. And but the nice thing about it is that it's, just being this far north, and it cools off at night. So even yesterday it was 96, peaked out at 96 yesterday. It still got down to, I think 58 overnight. So it was cool. But I am having to run the air conditioner during the day. And I'm working this week. I had Monday off, and I kind of just used that as a prep day because this is the first really remote work week that I will have on my new digital nomadic journey. And of course, being able to work is important if you're going to be a digital nomad. Yeah, and this place, there's no cell phone service. I mean, actually, I shouldn't say that. There is. I actually have a signal. I can make phone calls, and I can receive phone calls, even though it's 100 miles from anything. There's one small town called Valentine, very small town, that's about 30 miles away. So I guess it's not 100 miles from anything, but that's it. I mean, there's another very small town called Kennedy, and that place has like 50 people. I don't even, you can call that a town. It's a bit of a settlement. Valentine actually has a couple restaurants and grocery stores. I haven't made it there yet, but I'm probably going to make it there this weekend. I've just been focusing on living in the actual trailer. Here we got zoom this out. Yeah, so this is my living space now. Wonderful little dreamer chair from REI. Headrest has come loose. I'll fix that later. But yeah, it's a small space, but it's got all the essentials, and I got power here, so I can run the air conditioner. I was hoping to not have to run the air conditioner, but I didn't expect it to be 90 something degrees. Even when it's in the low 80s, I'm still running the air conditioner. But there's the bathhouse, close proximity. The only problem with that is it does have it makes noise all the time, although it's not air conditioned. I guess it's just exhaust fans or ceiling fans of some sort that makes noise, and there's light that stays on all night, so there's a little bit of light pollution that comes from that. But there's my scope set up. I've just been leaving it. It's been set up. I've been up here for two days now, and I was down at a lower spot, but there was a tree blocking the northern view, which had two problems. Is that I need a northern view for the Starlink, because I started saying before, I do have a cell phone signal here, but I don't the T-Mobile internet doesn't work. So I'm putting the Starlink to the test here for the first time, and I have to say, this internet works pretty good. I can't complain. It's actually better than what I got with T-Mobile in the two places that I've tried to use it. Better than it at my house, actually. I think T-Mobile has the potential to be pretty good if you're in a really good spot. Mostly probably only in metro areas, but I used it at the house. It doesn't have that great of a signal, and even though I'm in a metro spot and that cross city spot, I used it there, and it was okay, not great. So I was getting like 30 or 40 meg. This thing's giving me 100 plus, which is pretty awesome. It has, the only problem is that it's flaked out a couple times, very briefly. But so it's not been 100% reliable, but pretty close, pretty good so far. I don't want to jinx it, but pretty good. Yeah, there's a lake over here too, and nice little sunset watching spot there. Pretty damn serene. So yeah, this is my living space, and my little micro mini Winnie Bago. And pretty brilliant packaging in it. I think I went over it before, but it's doing the job. So, and the Suburban pulled it up here. I wouldn't say that was flawlessly. I figured maybe I might get a weight distribution hitch. Might make things a little bit better, but moments that seemed a little bit excessive, that I didn't enjoy. I'll put it that way, but most of the time it was fine. But yeah, unfortunately it's going to be hot for several more days. This was the coolest day, I think, and it looks like from the weather forecast for a stretch. So but yeah, the biggest problem with this thing is it's just not enough fresh. I kind of knew that going into it because I'd done some reviews. It's 31 gallons, and even if you're trying to be conservative, it's not enough to last more than 2 or 3 days. I drink a lot of water, probably more than most people, and I mean that's primarily in washing dishes, because you can't wash dishes. Take a shower in the bathhouse, which is all right. you take what you get in temperature-wise. There's no temperature adjustment, but for $3, I got a nice long hot shower, and it was hot most of the time. It kind of fluctuated a little bit, but it's decently clean. So that saves some water from using this, and it's more roomy than the shower in that. The shower in that's functional, but it's tiny. Yeah, so $3 is worth it, because getting more water is a hassle. There is supposed to be a spigot around here, and I think I did see it at one point, but I didn't find it. But it doesn't matter. It's not. I don't have a hose long enough to reach it to all the way to my campsite, and they don't have water at the campsite, so that would make it a little bit better, I would say. Then it would be closer to perfect if they had water at the campsites, because the water is pretty good, but to refill the water is like 3 miles, two miles up the road. Of course, you have to reattach everything to the tow rig and drag it up there, and yeah, and I'm trying to make it extend longer than 2 days, because I only made it 2 days with the first fill up of 31 gallons. I'm sure that I actually got it full, so I put a little bit more in it this time, but still, even now, that was 2 days ago before I parked it here, and I'm still already down to 1/3 of a tank. So yeah, like maybe 3 days, and that's literally just, I mean, I'm using the bathroom mostly over there, with a few exceptions, and it took no showers, just basically filling my water containers to drink and to cook, and washing my hands, washing my dishes, because it's strictly forbidden to wash dishes in the bathhouse. So I don't really have a problem with my waste tanks filling up. It's just the freshwater There was a guy named Gas Tax on YouTube who has one of these. He's done a lot of extensive usage of his with a family. It's a little bit longer version than this, but it is a micro mini, and he added 2 more water tanks, and I think that was a good idea. I don't know if I'd go with 2, but I think I could definitely stand to double the capacity, because doing any kind of boondocking, because at that point, you know, if you're going to take a shower, you know, I don't have a bathhouse. If you're boondocking somewhere, you don't have a bathhouse right there, so your only shower option is right here. And shoot, 2 days is about all I would be able to boondock. Maybe I could skip showering, I suppose, but you know, it's only so long I want to do that, and yeah, so boondocking would be challenging. So I think after this particular journey's over, I think I will probably explore doubling the capacity of freshwater, and so if I intend to go back out in it for an even longer period of time, but just something to have to work around. Anyways, I think I've gone on long enough here, and if you can't tell, I don't script these. These are just stream of consciousness sort of things. But the sun's getting low in the sky. Sky is looking very clear. Last night it was a little bit hazy, which those astrophotography didn't go great. The first 2 nights it was absolutely spectacular. I mean, spectacular. Of course, it was cool those nights. I think that plays a factor. But tonight it is looking clear, so wish me luck. I might post some of the astrophotography photos on this channel, but that takes time and effort, and I'm actually trying to get some work done this week, so we'll see. But yeah, I still have to post my review of the generator, but yeah, stay tuned.